Hi, so we have created a list. Now we are going to create a sub list from a given list. We have already done that how we can display one specific element of a given list. Now if you want to display more than one specific element, okay, here we need to put two different statements to display two different elements of my list, okay. But if I want to display the elements more than one element but using single statement, how I can do that? I'm going to make these lines as comment, okay. Now what I'm going to do that I'm going to write down a comment creating a sublist. Now see, when I'm saying sublist, your sublist can contain 0 element, your sublist can contain 1, 2, 3, any number of elements. We have already discussed that how we can display one particular element, okay, by mentioning that index, right? But if you want to have more than one element in your sublist, okay, then what you can do, you can just write down print, okay, elements of. Now I'm going to use a different print statement. Let's just understand the thing first and then you can combine that within this statement only, okay. So what I need to do, see, first of all you need to understand one thing, that we are now going to play with the indexes. Because see, if you want to have any value from your list, you need to go through the index. There is no other way of doing that, right? So what I can do, I can simply, first of all I need to understand that which value I want to print. This is the fact that since your list is a sequential data type, so you can move in a sequenced manner. I cannot say like this, I want to have a value that is stored at index 1, then I can have a value stored at index 3. That you can do by specifying them in different lines, okay. But if you want to have a sublist, okay, now sublist would be now your sublist consists of the consecutive elements. By consecutive elements I mean to say the neighboring elements, okay. Suppose if I want to display 0 and 1, I want to display the elements that is stored at index 0 and index 1, then how I can do that? I am going to write print name of the list, that is list 1, okay. Now under list 1, which element I want to print? The element which is stored at index 0, so I'll write 0, okay. Now I also want the element which is stored at index 1, okay. I want to display A and ABC, okay. I basically want to have a sub list, okay. That means a list containing more than one element. So I have specified 0. Now I need to put a colon and the next value till which I want to have the element. Suppose I want to have only ABC, so I'll write list starting from 0 and ending till 1, okay. So let's just save this code, let's just run this code. So it is going to give me only A but in the form of list. Can you notice that earlier it was giving A as an element, now it is giving A as a list. Now but the question comes that I have given 0 and 1, so why it is displaying only A, not the element stored at index 1? Because in case of this range, your upper bound is not inclusive, which means that your interpreter is going to print the values one less than your upper bound. See how this is going to work. If I am specifying something like this, so here I am going to give the lower value, okay. If you remember, we have done that while discussing number data type ranges, right? And here we are going to give the upper value, okay. So while doing the things, your upper value is not included, which means if I have written 1, it is not going to include that index 1. If you want to have the value that is at index 1, you need to write 2 here. It will work -1 for the upper value, okay. Save it. Let me just clear the screen. Then we are going to run this. See, it is going to give me the two values, that is A and ABC. This is how your list is working. If I am simply writing this thing, if I am simply writing list 1, I am not giving, I don't want that as a list, then it is going to give me it as an element, okay. It is giving me it as an element, not as a list. But now in this case, it is representing this as a list. How I can say this is an element, this is a list? Because lists elements are always enclosed within square brackets. Okay. Now there is one more catch in this. Okay. What is that? Suppose if I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy this thing. Okay. But I'm not going to specify the lower range. I won't specify the lower range. I'm going to skip the lower range and I'm just giving the upper range. Okay. Now let's just see what happens in this case. When I display this, it is going to give me the value starting from 0. So by default, it is considering your lower value as 0 if you are not giving it. Lower value 0 means that by default it is starting from the beginning of the list. Okay. But what happens if I reverse the thing? If I am giving the lower range but I am not giving the upper range. These are the things that you need to play off. These are very interesting kind of things. Okay. And you will get to know different aspects. Okay. So let me just clear the screen first and let me just run the code. See. Now what happened? See, in the very first case, I have given both the lower ranges, both the lower range as well as the upper range. So it is displaying A, B, C. Next time I have given the upper range, but I have not given the lower range. So by default, since your interpreter is not that much smart, it don't have brain. So what it is going to do, it is going to start from the beginning. So that is why it has displayed A and ABC, because it knows the end, but it don't know the start, right? But in the next line, in this line, I have given the start, but I have not given the end. So again, my interpreter don't have any brain. So what it is going to do, it will display everything till the end. Till your list end, it is going to display everything. So that is why it has given me all the values inside the list. Okay. Now there is one another way of dealing with list. So this is the very simple way of dealing with the list. Now if I want to deal in negative index, now index could be negative as well. Similar way, like we do have positive index, we can have negative index. Like in mathematics, in your number line, you have positive values, you have 0, you have negative values, right? So if I am saying, if I talk about my number line, how my number line is going to work. Let's say I have values that is -4, -3, -2, -1, then I have 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. This is how my number line is going to work. Now we have dealt with these part, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have understood that okay, index are going to behave like this. Okay. But if you want to move in the reverse direction, if you want to work in negative numbers, then how your index is going to work? Index is going to work in that case as well by default. Okay. How that is going to work? It is going to consider this value as a first value. Why? Because negative index always move from right to left direction. This is a mathematical concept. This is not a new concept related to your Python. This is a mathematic thing, okay? That if you are dealing with the negative numbers, you are moving from right to left. If you are dealing with positive numbers, you are dealing from left to right. Now we have done that part of moving from left to right. We are going to do the opposite part, okay? So how that is going to work? So if I want to move from right to left, so this index is having a value that is -1. This is having an index that is -2. This is having an index that is -3, and this is having an index that is -4. Okay, so now that is user's choice. See, Python has given us the liberty that we can do everything we want to. Okay, now that is our choice, that in which way we want to do. That is entirely our choice. Now if I am going to write, that is print, suppose if I want to display ABC only. Now instead of moving in the positive indexes, I am going to move in the negative index. So what I am going to write, I'll write list 1. Inside that I am going to write -3. So it is going to give me the ABC. Okay. I need to make this as comment. This thing I have written just in order to make you understand the things. Okay. and let's just run this. See, it is going to give me A, B, C. So that is my choice, whether I want to move in positive index or I want to move in negative index. Similarly, if you want to display one sub list, okay, but with the help of negative index, how you can do that? You need to write the name of the list. Inside that, now I'm going to specify the range. How I'm going to do that? Suppose I want to have the elements that is A and ABC only, same element. So how I'm going to do that? I'll write -4 colon -3. So it is going to give me those two values. No, it won't give me those two values. It will give me only single value. Why? Because upper bound is not inclusive. So if you want to have two values, you need to write -2. And I'm going to save this. Let me clear this, and then I'm going to run this. So it will give me A, B, C. Now that is your choice. Okay, so this is how you can deal with the sub list. You can make a new sub list out of the given list. Okay, so in the next lesson we are going to explore list more. Okay.